What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rise News. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where we have the debut of the new 600 horsepower all-electric Lotus Eletre. Not to be confused with Electra, but Eletre. You can kind of see where we're coming from here. Now, this is going to force you to rethink everything you knew about Lotus. This is a product that shows most accurately where Lotus is going. And they're thinking outside of the box. Now, technically, the Eletre is just one of 3 lifestyle EVs Lotus will reveal over the next few years, so it won't be working alone. Now, the flagship SUV, previously codenamed Type 132, should cost from around $100,000 when it goes on sale in the UK, China, and Europe in 2023, and with US sales probably falling into 2024. But the new pure EV platform that underpins it can be scaled in size, enabling Lotus to spin off other electric sedans and SUVs with lower price points. Now, the market is shrinking, but the SUV one is growing, and Lotus desperately needs to move into more practical products if it's going to grow or even survive. So let's talk about the Eletre, or electric, or whatever you want to call it. It's a name that's Hungarian, and it means coming to life. And this represents the rebirth of Lotus. The parent company Geely has high hopes for Lotus, and this SUV will provide the firm founded by Colin Chapman more than 70 years ago with several firsts. To start, it's the first Lotus to be built in China, although the future sports cars will be continued to be produced from Lotus's spiritual homeland in England. Now, this is a huge machine by Lotus standards. It's actually 7.1 inches, 179 millimeters longer, but 2.6 inches, 66 millimeters lower than the Porsche Cayenne, and that's the SUV that it's gunning for. Now, it measures 201 inches, 5,105 millimeters, bumper to bumper, and 118.9 inches, 3,019 millimeters between the wheels, and 64.2 inches, 1,630 millimeters tall. So the proportions will probably tell you it's a sporty crossover that could be in the mode of the upcoming Ferrari Portasangue SUV. Now, the short hood cap forward stance, made possible by EV architecture, is a subtle hint that the carbon fiber and aluminum Eletre is different to commonly seen V8 powered luxury SUVs. Now, you get the same uptick in the window line near the C-pillar that you do in the Emira, and air is pushed through the holes of the bodywork at the front, side, and rear, much like its Evija big brother. Now, talking about airflow, one of the most interesting design features is the spoiler at the rear of the roof, which is split into 2 wing-like halves to allow the Eletre's pop-up roof-mounted LiDAR sensor to get a clear view of the road behind when you're activated in the autonomous tech. Now, other modern gadgetry you're not used to seeing with Lotus is camera-based door mirrors, standard air suspension, and optionally available rear axle steering, active anti-roll bars, and active limited slip differential. Plus the obvious electric drivetrain itself. The platform is a brand new architecture exclusive to Lotus with 800 volt charging capability that promises a full charge in 18 minutes. Now, Lotus hasn't revealed full details about the dual motor propulsion setup, but claims the battery will be bigger than 100 kilowatts and should deliver around 373 miles, 600 kilometers of electric driving, plus the ability to add 248 miles, 400 kilometers of range in 20 minutes when hooked up to a 350 kilowatt charger. Now, power figures are a little vague, but at this point, Lotus says that the Eletre will start with 592 horsepower, 600 PS, and be capable of a 0 to 62 mile per hour or 100 kilometer time in less than 3 seconds, and then top out at 160 miles per hour, 257 kilometers. But it also says that the SUV will be available with 2 more power outputs, and those could range up to 690 horsepower, 700 PS. But one thing it doesn't say is how much the Eletre weighs. Now, this being a Lotus, you can expect, for it to be lighter than the class average, but in the realities of building a battery powered car in this size, the curb weight could come in close to 5,000 pounds. Around 2,268 kilograms. Now, when you grab one of the door handles that has now risen from the door skin to climb inside, you are met by surprisingly a bright, airy cabin whose dashboard top panel is split, echoing the design of the rear spoiler. Now, there's a fashionable non-circular steering wheel, door-mounted rear view screens for the cameras based on the side mirrors, and the materials include sustainable textiles and fantastic carbon trim made from recycled fibers. They give a fresh, modern vibe. You still get the traditional raised console separating the driver and passenger, but because there's no transmission hardware underneath, the lower space can be used to store small bags, phones, and wallets. You also see a large landscape-oriented tablet display that pivots from its base to rise up and greet you. Now, that's augmented by 2 further digital strip displays, one ahead of the driver, another in front of the passenger. It looks and feels like the kind of thing Tesla might do if they were to put it in a Lotus. Now, you can get the Eletre in a 4-seat layout, but a 5 format will be available also. And passenger space should be ample. The quoted luggage space is 14.1 cubic feet, 400 liters in the rear, plus 2.7 cubic feet, 77 liters of trunk room. And Eletre has far more presence than any Model X, where it looks fresher than the Cayenne as well, which currently has no EV derivative and is unlikely to get one until much later in the decade. And while buyers might be unfamiliar with the Lotus brand, there's a huge back catalog of motorsport achievements, technical innovations, and great driver's cars that will help the company's marketing team sell the brand into a new audience. Plus, Lotus might not have sold SUVs under its own name before, but it's developed plenty for other clients, so this isn't entirely new territory. However, it won't stop some fans from being outraged that Lotus has a new direction, and the Eletre is just the start of it. Around a year after 2023's introduction of the flagship SUV seen here, Lotus will introduce a 4-door coupe EV to take on the Porsche Taycan and the Tesla Model S. That car is currently named Type 133, but now here it is, the Eletre. Let me hear your comments about a Lotus SUV that will fight the Porsche Cayenne and Tesla Model X. Do you think that Lotus did a good job on the design, or should they have just stuck to producing sports cars? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Giving the video a like will help get it up in the rankings. More people can see it, and we can have a bigger discussion on the new 2024 Lotus Eletre SUV. Now, with that said, if you guys want to help further support the channel, always check the links down below. I have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, my Cash App, and my Venmo. Just in case you guys want to donate $1 or $2 to the channel, I appreciate that extra love and support. Thank you so much. You guys can also check out the Ron's Rides merch, where you get long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, stickers, hoodies, everything Ron's Rides. Now, I'm also on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. See everything I'm posting, car memes, pictures, and videos that doesn't always make it here to the channel. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click that notification bell so you don't miss one video. With that said, you guys be blessed, have a great day, and we will talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rides video. Peace.